That's fine. Yeah,
Oh,
let's get
Okay.
am I the co-host?
You are.
Or was that my old, because I joined with my phone, so I'm just checking that.
Oh, okay. So let me double check.
oops. Where's my sound?
Right.
Okay, group photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Perfect.
That was okay. I was looking for my little speaker thing, so I didn't know if I was too soft or too loud. I guess I'm okay. Put it up a little more.
Yeah. And Autumn, I've started putting our facilitators in the breakout rooms, but you can work on that as people come in too.
What was that?
On the breakout rooms, I've started assigning our facilitators to a breakout room. And so you can keep, and assign folks as they come in.
Okay. I assign each person that comes in.
I received this morning 2 emails from other presenters of what they sent to all of the people around all their contacts. So it's going around.
Okay, Autumn, how's your laptop?
It's
Good.
It's
I
good.
might turn off my video for now.
Okay.
I was able to announce it at church because they forgot to make it part of the church announcement. But then afterwards, I was like, told my friend, hey, yell for everyone to listen up because I don't have a good loud voice.
Yeah, the good thing in the newspaper today, in the San Diego Union Tribune, they ran another piece on us. They've done this 2 weeks in a row with the whole thing about Interfaith Awareness Week. So it's under community news. So I was really happy about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw some the article in the Poway paper, and it was really good. But then I was looking. Okay, put the link. Put the link. I didn't see a link anywhere.
Oh no.
Otherwise, it was great.
Yeah. Well, I think it had Steve's name. Didn't it have an email or something?
It did.
It
At
didn't.
the very end. The
Oh.
very, very
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we were just commenting that the last 2 years we have not been on KPBS, or not KPBS, but it's KUSI. Steve is connected with them each year and they never returned our calls. So I think the guy that really loved to have us on is not there anymore, and they're just not bothering having us on the station early in the morning. So anyway, we're like, boy, we're sleeping later. We're not up at 5 to get there by 6.
I know. I thought about you guys this year if you were doing that, and I'm like, you guys are old pros at interviews. So Wednesday night, piece of cake. So you just went bigger and bolder this year.
You slept.
Yeah, we slept in the, well, I got up, we all got up at the same time, but it wasn't like having to be on, what time, we had to be there at 6:30 or something for a 7 o'clock
You had to
show.
be ready to go on camera.
Yeah. So for the last 2 years, we did not have to do that, but at the same time, we weren't able to spread the word, but who knows who's up at that time anyway. So I don't know.
I used to set my alarm to watch you guys. I was always so excited.
Oh, you are so
One person away.
Oh God! During the time I've been president, I've gotten pretty, reasonably comfortable, getting up and speaking in front of people. But I've never done an interview. I'd probably be really nervous if somebody had a camera and a microphone stuck in my face and started asking me questions. I might unravel.
You would be just fine, Robert. You would be fine. I think it's a lot harder, having to prepare something and stand up there, having all these people looking at you, than sitting with a person on a couch, just having a conversation, which is really what it was.
Oh,
You weren't even aware of the cameras over to the side. It was just talking,
oh, that was a friendly interview.
Yeah,
The
it was,
microphone was attached to your shirt, so.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okie
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Great. So I've assigned some of you to breakout rooms so far.
Oh, good. Yeah. Perfect.
And if there's
Hmm.
only the 7 of us, it'll be very easy.
Hmm.
We'll just stay in Sherry's room.
That's right.
Yep.
We will not
Yeah.
break out at that point.
And that
then.
might happen if we just have a few people, like less
Mm.
than 25, we just all stay on one screen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can't
Yeah.
have, the moderator and then one person in a breakout room.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Well, I'll stay in one and it'll look even better for our recording.
Mm.
I said it won't just be Sherry talking to herself, inviting the imaginary future people to join in on these.
Yeah. Did you say that when it goes to breakout rooms, it doesn't record what happens in the breakout rooms? Is that right? Okay.
No, it stays in the main session.
I see.
Yeah, that's another disadvantage to the breakouts for us.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's why I was staying in the main room and I was just encouraging people, those of you who are joining us, later on and watching the recording or what have you.
Yeah,
please
that's
join.
good. That's
I'm
good.
encouraging them to do the same things and
Mm.
sharing my own thoughts.
And then
Mm.
remember also in the chat, whatever we put in the chat is not visible to anyone who joins after that.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought the
Yeah.
chat was
Right. So
open.
that's why
That's what happened
I
Wednesday
added my
night.
stuff and I can,
when
Oh.
you didn't
so
see
you
Steve.
guys can go ahead and add who, your name, city, and Interfaith community.
But you'll have to copy it every time someone new comes in.
Right.
So
So you want us to go in the chat now and just put our name and what?
Look, it's in there. Your name,
There we go.
city, and Interfaith community.
That might be a little much if we copy it every time someone joins. Maybe we could wait like a few minutes and
Absolutely.
then
Yeah.
after like 5 minutes, then we could re-put it in.
Well, yeah, it depends how frequently people join. Right now we're at
And-
11:59. So
and who comes in, whether you want to make sure they see it or not. So like
Right.
that's what happened Wednesday, Abigail's. I had Steve's bio in the chat, but it was before you came in.
Oh, so
What
I
I
didn't see it.
did, yeah, what I did during the show is I just kept copying and pasting as the show went on. Each time someone expressed an interest because they didn't see it before, I just kept reposting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 o'clock.
Hi, Leaf.
Somebody's on.
Yep.
It's Leaf and Lynn.
we'll give folks a few
Okay.
minutes as they
Hi, Dia.
join us. A lot of times we have, difficulties as we join right beforehand, and then our Zoom platform wants to update or something. So there's always time for a little time grace.
Our global.
So welcome everyone as you come in. I invite you to put your name, city, and interfaith community if you belong to one, or just what you want us to call us during the next hour and a half. That's okay too.
Mitchell.
Mm. So, Leaf, where are you hailing from? Yeah, you're muted.
We're in Gustine, California.
Ah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hi, and this is Dia.
Idea.
Oh,
Hi, beloved Dia.
Oh, where are you coming from?
outer space.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Wow.
This is a good thing.
All right. We haven't had anybody represent outer space yet.
Oh my goodness, I was just at 3 hours with Dr. Cat Lewis and
Oh.
doing astral traveling. So I'm grounded now, and I'll put myself on camera in a minute after I introduce myself. So hi.
Okay. Hi.
Oh,
We're ready. We're just taking a couple minutes. We're going to start and just.
I'm thrilled to be here.
We're
We're
thrilled to have you.
Okay. Hey, there's Carol speaking in the
Hi,
chat.
Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Hi, there she is.
She is.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Oh,
Good,
yeah.
good.
I'm in as dark a house as I can get to keep out the sun and the heat.
Oh,
But we see you well, so I appreciate that.
yeah. Hey, Yusuf is on. Yay. Hi, Yusuf.
All right.
And I see a
Hi,
Sarah.
I'm just coming back from my class.
Good to see you, Yusuf. And Sarah, I see that you're on. Sarah Vatidpuran.
Her mom.
So anyone new, we're put your name, city, and if you'd like, and your interfaith community in the chat.
Yes, our interfaith community is
Mobile Peace Tribe.
Peace Tribe.
Or perhaps your interfaith community is just being with us here today.
Mhm.
Hi, Nick.
Go family of living life.
Okay. Just in the next minute, we will go ahead and start. And anyone who joins us, after that they'll just join in where we are. And happy to have everyone. Like I said, I always give a few minutes of grace time because you never know what little things will pop up when you think everything's ready to go, and sometimes things happen. So always room for grace. Grace is sitting here at our table.
I love that word too. I love the word grace. It makes you feel good. The idea of feeling grace peaceful.
Okay. Autumn, I think we can go ahead and begin. If everyone would just mute, we've got some introductory centering type of music and video for you. And
Yes.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, it is a wonderful world. Now, some of you are saying, wonderful? Aren't you aware of all the problems in the world? We want peace, and we want it now. And you know what? I want peace too. I want it now. I want it in the world. I want it in my country. I want it in my city, in my community, in my home. I want to feel peaceful inside of me, don't you? This Interfaith Awareness Week gives us the opportunity to become more peaceful within ourselves as we identify peace and peace happenings throughout the world. You know, when we were children, we lacked patience. We wanted everything now. We wanted our new toys now. We wanted our desserts now. We wanted everything good now. And as children, we were unable to reason that everything peaceful, everything good in this world is preceded by something that is non-peaceful, something that was bad. Let me say this twice, it's important. We do not create something good until we recognize that we do not want the bad that is in front of us. We do not create something good until we recognize that we do not want the bad that seems to be in front of us. This wonderful world is wonderful because we choose to not want disease, so we create vaccines to offset the diseases. We choose not to want darkness, so we create electricity to read by. We choose to discover all those wonderful inventions that bring us a more peaceful life. I am asking you today to realize that what is not peaceful in your life today is about to change. Peace in our life is possible, and we have the patience for it to manifest. As you celebrate with us this week, we know that peace is developing in your area of your life. Speak up and ask for peace whenever you see it missing. Become an advocate for peace and watch as you begin to attract joy and peace into your wonderful world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to the 9th Annual Interfaith Awareness Week. My name's Reverend Dr. Steve Albert, and I'm the director of the World Interfaith Network, affectionately known as WIN. Interfaith Awareness Week is a yearly, week-long celebration that was begun by the Poway Interfaith Team in Poway, California. In 2017, Point, which has members throughout San Diego County, hosted a 5-day Name Connect conference in San Diego, which attracted 250 people from 20 different faiths to the University of California. 77 speakers and presenters provided workshops, lectures, discussions, morning meditations, and activities, which included bus trips to historic faith locations, concert in the park, and just lots and lots of food. While planning the conference, we contacted the mayors of the cities throughout San Diego County about creating that second week in August during the conference as Interfaith Awareness Week in their city. And to our joy and peace, 14 city mayors and the San Diego County Board of Supervisors proclaimed Interfaith Awareness Week in their city as a time in which we honor and respect all faiths, cultures, creeds, and races, and seek to learn from those who believe equal spiritual opportunity and human rights belong to all people. Wow, we had the entire San Diego County knowing that this was true. And interestingly enough, the next year in 2018, the governor of the state of California heard about all the things we're doing, and he proclaimed Interfaith Awareness Week as a state holiday. Holy cow! And then the year after that, in 2019, the United Religions Initiative asked if they could celebrate the second week in August with us and bring in their 110 member group locations around the world. So what we celebrate each year now has become a wonderful global experience that I welcome you to. To open this week's program, we have a wonderful man who we've talked to so many times. He's the United States Congressman Scott Peters, and he would like to welcome you.
Hello, I'm Congressman Scott Peters, and I'm honored to represent the cities of San Diego, Coronado, San Marcos, and Escondido in the United States House of Representatives. Welcome to the 2025 Interfaith Awareness Week. As the proud son of a Lutheran minister, faith has always played an important role in my life. Scripture teaches us many valuable lessons about how we deal with ourselves, our family, and others. We're living through a difficult time in history. Societies are increasingly polarized. Extremism is more common, and more people are withdrawing into echo chambers like those on social media. In this atmosphere, many San Diegans and people throughout the United States are struggling to build connection with those they disagree with. Throughout my time in Congress, I've tried to be a bridge builder by hearing out members of different communities, understanding their concerns, and crafting policy to improve their lives. This week's event presents a unique opportunity to bring together people who have a wide range of views, faith traditions, and cultures. Faith leaders have an important role in bringing people together, hearing their concerns, and trying to lessen some of the fear and anxiety that's gripping society. I commend the World Interfaith Network for their continued effort to build more tolerance and understanding while fostering a more peaceful world. I hope this program is able to continue for many years to come, and I wish you a successful 2025 Interfaith Awareness Week. Thanks, and God bless you.
Thank you, Congressman Peters. Oh, but by the way, if any of you get hungry or need a cup of coffee during, between, or after many of the sessions, any hour, day or night, you can visit the Wynn Cafe, which is a newly renovated virtual cafeteria. Whether you want to drink, snack, full breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or just some happy hour stuff, you can go in and select from over 100 items and put them onto your tray and paste them onto your tray. And just know that all virtual food is sugar-free, calorie-free, gluten-free, kosher, and halal. Come back anytime during the week or even throughout the year, 24/7. And while you're in the cafe, you can help feed the world through connecting to the World Central Kitchen. Very important. I'll now turn this opening program over to members of the Poway Interfaith Team, who will lead us into Celebrate and Connect.
Thank you so much, Steve. Welcome to the first program presentation of Interfaith Awareness Week 2025, hosted by the Poway Interfaith Team, also known as Point. I am Reverend Sherry Mateer, currently serving as treasurer of Point and as executive director of Interfaith Worker Justice of San Diego County in California, in the United States, part of the unceded ancestral lands of the Kumeyaay people. Yes, the full location details are important because we have participants from all over the globe. I ask that you please mute yourself until we are in the small breakout rooms for sharing. And I have the privilege of introducing you to our program today. And while I do so, I invite you to share your response to the following prompt in the chat room. Just what do you celebrate in an interfaith context? As you write your responses there, please allow me to introduce you to the president of Point, Robert Enyart. You see there, Robert, give a little wave. Point secretary, Mitchell Snow, who will be sharing about interfaith community services on Wednesday at noon this week. Our executive director, Reverend Dr. Abigail Albert. Now these folks, in addition to Autumn Hankinson, who's our Zoom host and facilitator through this, and Deborah Robin Metch and Reverend Steve Albert, who you met earlier, and myself prepared today's program. And the others you see with the matchy background of mine are all members of Point. Now, over the next hour or so, we want to share a few little glimpses of some of the interfaith experiences, worship, education, and fun we've created together that we hope will inspire future celebrations for you and your interfaith community. Now, we understand there are many, many, many wonderful interfaith communities represented here today and who will join us later and are doing many marvelous things. And we are by no means trying to compete with anyone. We simply want to provide some fodder for holy imagination to deepen interfaith relationships. We will share brief video montages of 4 different gatherings that we've had over the last few years. Then we'll break out into a few small groups for brief sharing. Now, I do ask that you please limit your sharing to responding only to the prompts given so everyone can participate. Our time together today is limited so that we can join the next presentation by the Temple of Understanding. Now, our intention here today is to inspire desire in each of you to celebrate and connect as these events have deepened our trust, understanding, and friendships with one another. To begin, we will be sharing one of our longest continuous interfaith events. It is a taste of our Interfaith Thanksgiving worship, and this one happens to be from 2022. Each year we have a different theme and format, so I encourage you to take a look at others, especially last year's 2024 and the success story shared from Interfaith Community Services, an organization that helps individuals and their families in their struggle for stable housing, food security, and recovery from substance use disorder. I'll put a link to that video in the chat. Know that the offering we collect each year at this service also goes to support Interfaith Community Services. May you be inspired to connect by Point's Thanksgiving celebration. Waiting makes the heart grow fonder.
And so tonight, as we come together, I want us to come together as a community of people thankful, showing those around us that we are thankful, acting out and being a force in this community with gratefulness. Thank you for being here.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we will live in harmony, and peace will come as we are one.
That when we're commanded to recognize oneness, when we're commanded to recognize unity, when we're commanded to recognize that sense of harmony that we all share, it's bookended and rooted and grows out of a tree of love. Right? That to experience a sense of oneness means to dig in deeply to where we can find that compassion muscle and find that expression of love. And so it's with that, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Erev Cantor Heather, who will be singing this piece of liturgy that expresses this sense of love, joined in with the beautiful strings of Aaron and Misha.
What do you think when we don't trust each other? How do you feel when we cause each other pain? Will you please stop the world and make a few adjustments to these creatures known as humans and make us more humane?
I would like to greet you all with the greeting of peace, the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum, and peace be with you all. As we celebrate Thanksgiving, I would like to acknowledge and honor our indigenous brothers and sisters of the Kumeyaay Nation, the rightful owners of this land. Thankfulness is the most important characteristic of the believers, and giving thanks is a noble act of worship. As Muslims, we are asked that the first word we say when we wake up in the morning and realize that we are alive is, "Praise be to God, Alhamdulillah, the one who gave me life after causing me to death, and to him will be the resurrection."
Namaste everyone. The theme, "We are one," can be beautifully symbolized as rivers coming down from various mountains, seeking union with their source, the ocean. Although rivers take different paths and come from different directions, they all flow towards the ocean to become one with it. Similarly, we are all seeking our union with the one divine essence within us. So we, the Chinmay Mission Children's Choir, will present this idea within the song, "The River She is Flowing Down to the Sea."
There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one.
At all times, I am at peace. I feel no fear, because this is what I understand. The one Lord is my protector. He is the inner knower, the searcher of hearts. I sleep without worry. I awake without worry. You, O God, pervade everywhere. Internally and externally, I am at peace. Says Nanak, the Guru has implanted his mantra, this way of life, within me. So on that note, I'd just like to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for coming out today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you so much, and please accept my apologies. As I was trying to be over anxious, I put some of you in breakout rooms too early. But you will now get a chance to be in breakout groups, and just again, there's a brief sharing, hoping to just be a little glimpse of what you did. So you'll see the questions here, one word about what you saw, felt, or envisioned, and then what did the celebration inspire for you. So Autumn will take us into our breakout rooms, I think, or I'll do that. You get an invitation, join your breakout room. Thank you so much. You weren't assigned? You have been. Okay, as Carl and I are here in this room, I just do want to invite everyone who is watching this recording later or doing a live stream to think about one word about what you saw, you felt, you envisioned. So in the little glimpse of our 2022 Thanksgiving interfaith worship service. For me, it was harmony. It was about the different beats and different sounds all coming together into beautiful music. If you're watching this on YouTube later, you can write your comments in your responses into the comment section if you wish. Also think about, what did this celebration inspire in you or for you? what might this lead to in your own life, either individually or communally? And you can just write that down in your own heart, on a piece of paper, on your notepad, on your computer, or in the comments on you if you're watching on YouTube. Just use the space to think about what you saw. Allow that to serve as some marinating, tasty ingredients to what that might lead you to. Concept of giving thanks is universal, regardless of faith, religion, conscience, art, gratitude is always in order. When other groups finish up, I'll be joined together again. Welcome back, Abigail.
Oh, is this the main room? Oh, people
Yes.
haven't come back yet. Oh,
Yeah,
I just clicked on that.
that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, I'm giving people 60 seconds to close up just in case they had to.
Okay. Then they don't have a choice, right? Oh, good. Vanessa's on. Hi, Carl. I can't see you, but I'm saying hi.
Want to say hi, unmute yourself, say hi now is an okay time as everyone comes back together as the whole group.
Hi, Nick.
Hello.
Here we go.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I trust you had meaningful interaction, conversation. Next, we invite you to our spring event from just this past May 2025, The Essence of Prayer. Faith leaders, both clergy and non-clergy, were asked to share a bit about their faith's understanding and teachings about prayer. Of course, prayer and faith are personal matters, so some also shared about their own experiences and perspectives, which they incorporate into their faith tradition and spirituality. The entire program was almost 90 minutes, so you're only getting a small morsel to whet your appetite and stimulate your imagination. We hope you enjoy the essence of prayer, the glimpse that we have to share today.
No sound, Sherry.
You try again, Nora.
Second time's the charm.
That's right.
Toward the Poway Interfaith. So I want to welcome you all. As I said before, my name is Reverend Michelle Ingold, and I am on the board of Point. I'm the vice president this year. And welcome on behalf of Point, or the Poway Interfaith Team, to our spring event, which is the Essence of Prayer, Insights Through Interfaith. Let us pray. Holy source of all life, creator of all, God of no name and all names, we gather here together, each carrying the unique tapestry of our own spiritual traditions and beliefs. Our hearts are grateful for the many splendid varieties of your creation. We are grateful also for the many ways that we affirm your presence and purpose in the world and the freedom we have to do so.
It's one of the goals of Point. One is to educate and break down the barriers of ignorance and mistrust between the various faiths. And in the wider view, isn't the purpose of all religions is to obtain a closer relationship with our Creator? So if that's the case, then our goal is the same. And shouldn't we be helping each other attain that goal?
I would like to start by reciting the opening of the book, the chapter of at the beginning of the Quran that we recite at each and every prayer. I will recite it in Arabic and then I will read the translation. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, praise belongs to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the all-merciful, the very merciful, the master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and from you alone we seek help. Take us on the straight path, the path of those on whom you have bestowed your grace, not of those who have incurred your wrath, nor of those who have gone astray. Ameen.
Christians are encouraged to pray with the expectation that God hears and answers their prayers. It doesn't mean a guaranteed outcome or a specific answer, but rather a trust in God's loving providence and merciful guidance. Prayers of supplication, intercession, and thanksgiving are all understood within this framework of trusting in God and his providence when he responds.
Hello, I'm David. We are in a Jewish group called Shirayam, Voice of the Sea, Song of the Sea, because none of us could sing. We're not clergy. We're not formally trained. We're not ordained. But we are spiritual seekers and are here because we deeply believe in ecumenical work.
So shalom. Shalom means hello, goodbye, and peace. It's a very confusing word, right? So, but and it sounds like salam, but we're all connected. And so I wanted to share a little bit about the meaning of the word shalom, because it comes from the root for wholeness and completeness.
We start off every Sikh greeting, everything that we do, with a phrase from our 10th Guru, which goes, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, which means the Khalsa belongs to God, the victory is God's. So everything we do is in with remembrance of God. So within Sikhism, the main purpose of human life is the realization of the divine. Dear friends, in every faith tradition, prayer holds a unique and cherished place. In Baha'i faith, prayer is much more than a ritual or obligation. It is a vital connection between the soul and its creator, a daily renewal of purpose and a source of strength in times of joy and hardship.
Baha'u'llah, the founder of the Baha'i faith, describes prayer as a ladder by which the soul ascends to heaven.
And so what is there beyond the ego? There are many traditions that have more devotional practices. Our main practice is silence. And you might think that that is a preparation for prayer, but I'd rather say it is prayer. We teach a philosophy because, we need to make it a little bit more confusing. We teach a philosophy called the science of mind, which was synthesized by a man named Ernest Holmes in the 1920s. And he drew from all different sources, from Eastern philosophy, from Western philosophy, drew heavily from Christianity, and teaches the metaphysical interpretation of Jesus's teachings.
We pray for peace. We struggle for peace. We bring peace. We will be whole. God, help us be whole as we pray for peace. Amen. May it be so. Amen. Okay, I'm sure you guys all have things to share about prayer and just what this event shared with you. So you will now be going back into your breakout room for some brief sharing. Okay, see you soon. Okay. Move into your room. If you wish to stay here with me, that is okay too. And so if you want to share, or if you want to stay in this room with me, you may. But what is one word that you would like to share that kind of encompasses what you felt or saw or envisioned while you got a little glimpse of the Essence of Prayer event that Point shared?
It's heartwarming to see that everybody is searching for the same connection with their description of God.
Heartwarming is a wonderful word. Yeah. I just the uniqueness and diversity, and yet uniformity. There's a unity in the diversity, not uniformity, but a unity in the diversity of just relating with the divine. So, Carol, what did this celebration inspire in you or for you?
And it inspires wondering how to connect the feeling of diversity among religious with people that are not religious. That don't respect diversity.
Yeah. And sometimes, even some of our religions haven't always been good at that. But yeah, when we celebrate, we learn about one another. We learn that we have a lot in common. And even if it's not in common, there's things that are beautiful in other paths. And so I encourage anyone who is watching this later on the recording, you can write things in your own heart or your own notes or even in the comments. And so it's always good to have, these discussions in education. So we hear from one another, we learn from one another. And so everyone else will be joining us in the next minute. I appreciate your comments, Carl. Is there anything else you'd like to share at this point?
Not at this point.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome back. I know you guys didn't want to come back this time. I know it gets harder and harder, but we are excited to share one of our Just for Fun events from May of 2023 at Lake Poway. I don't think this event needs much introduction, so I invite you just to enjoy and have fun with Point at our Lake Poway celebration in 2023.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Welcome to the Point Poway Interfaith Team Potluck Fun Fest today. We're so excited that so many people are coming, and we're just going to have a wonderful time with people from all faiths and cultures being here to play together, eat together, and just have a good time. And I'm Abigail Albert, Executive Director of the Point Interfaith Team, and we're so excited to have you all with us today.
Okay. And I'm Steve Albert. I'm one of the founders of Point Poway Interfaith Team. I'm also the director of the World Interfaith Network, and we look to bring people together to realize that there's so many similarities. There's so many ways that we can engage with one another and like one another, and then to find out that there's more to come. We thank you for being here and for knowing that we're all the same.
Just great fun. Swing those arms up, swing those hips. Very good. You guys look great. Doing great. Excellent. Now take it in again. And out. One more time back in. And back in. And we take it around nice and slow. Wait for the tempo to pick up, and here it comes. And big pose. Right, and legs. Right, and left, with the elbows, and legs. Now around with the elbows. 4, 5, 6, and switch. Very good. All right, everybody go that way now to the camera. Hoppa, 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 hoppa. Hey, hey, take it back. Hoppa, hoppa. Hey, very good. Now away from your partner. You got to go away from your partner.
One more. One more. Good job. High five. High five.
The relationships that we build in this community cross all kinds of barriers and help us kind of heal divisions. The more we know about each other, the more we relate to each other, the less other we are to each other, and as that becomes true for us, we take that out into the larger community.
I've met a lot of different people of all different faiths, and we have a lot of different ideas, but very common beliefs and values.
Point has really been an opportunity that I've met people and grown these relationships and very deep relationships with people of all kinds of different faiths.
Point's message of unity and harmony and collaboration of different faith religions and groups, together with their devotion to community services and activities, is one of the most important reasons I'm part of Point.
I think the hope that's brought from interfaith is to realize that even though we're a very divided world, a lot of us have a lot of common ideas about improving and making the world a better place.
The hope that the interfaith community can continue to realize that we have way more similarities than we have differences, and that there are a lot of wonderful traditions around the world, and that if we can all come together, the world can be an even greater place.
The hope that the interfaith community brings to the world is that when people of various faiths that historically have had difficulties and there have been wars and uprisings and things, a lot of times when we show that we can get together, then it brings the hope to the world that all people of all different backgrounds and beliefs and political ideations and everything else can get together, and there really is true hope for world peace, and not just tolerance but celebration, and the opportunity to hope together for the common good for all people.
Unity!
Thank you for joining our fun from a couple years ago. I think it is important I want to share with you that those two middle school aged boys that were in the Israeli dancing that you saw, they just joined us. They kept looking, they were riding their bikes around. They didn't start out with our group, but when they saw, but they kept watching us, and we invited them to participate in the games. And when the dancing started, they just joined right in. So you never know, everyone wants to join in on the fun. So I invite you to do that as we go up just, one more time briefly into breakout groups, just to see what this may have inspired, in each of you. So we'll come back. Go ahead and join your rooms. We'll see you shortly.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Hey, my friends Carl and Yusuf, looks like you're still in here too. So if you have a word about something that comes to mind out of what you just saw about the Lake Poway, just, fun.
I'm new to the group. I just read about you in the Union Tribune yesterday. And I'm fascinated by the extent of the diversity and the fact that the international community is coalescing around Poway.
I'm so glad that the Union Tribune brought you here today, Carl. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, we noticed that they ran the article again this week. They did last week as well. So yeah, you're welcome to join. We can, when we all get together again, I can make sure that you want to join the get our newsletter, and so you can know when we're meeting. Sometimes they're in person, but we always have a Zoom option as well. I can try to put that email and this, and it's good for everyone that if they are joining us later, they can email our executive director, Reverend Dr. Abigail Albert, and ask to be put onto the newsletter. So this here.
Does the Reverend Abigail do the coordination of the international connections full time?
Actually, her husband, Reverend Dr. Steve Albert, does. So Abigail is the executive director of our local point, Poway Interfaith Team group. But yeah, so she knows how to get a hold of Steve, of course, too. And his is very similar. I think he's just revsteve.afc@outlook.com email. He coordinates all the international ones, but with her help. And we started this kind of got started in 2017 about everything.
Are there other international societies coordinating interfaith?
Well, there's the Parliament of World Religions, and that meets, the pandemic kind of got everyone off their schedule, but they meet about every 2 or 3 years in person. So the Parliament of World Religions is one to look at. There's also the North American Interfaith Network, NAIN, North American Interfaith Network, that is Canada, the United States, and Mexico. So it's international, not global. So those are a couple I know about.
Thank you.
Everyone should be joining us again. Just a few seconds.
Are you a Kumeyaay?
I am not, no. But I think it's important to recognize the ancestral lands.
Yes. Has there been any financial recognition towards the Kumeyaay?
Not on behalf of our group, but that is something we can talk about, absolutely. So welcome everyone as we come back. I know it's at our hour. We had another celebration to share with you, our Harmony Breakfast. I'm going to just put the link to the Point YouTube channel in the chat so you can look at some of these other celebrations. And I know we got started late because it was important to allow everyone to join us. But one thing I'd like you to keep in mind is if you do go and you look at the 2025 Interfaith Harmony Breakfast, which is always held the first Wednesday of the first week of February during UN Interfaith Harmony Week, note that it is a terrible, terrible camera angle. And that is because it's one of the first times we tried to do this event hybrid. And so we wanted to share that. And the theme was the wonderful web of we. So I want you to take those words with you because I think that's important. But even when things aren't perfect, wonderful connections can and do happen. And so, it's okay to show that we're not perfect because guess what? Nobody is. And so as we close our time together, I invite you to just add into the chat 1 to 3 words that you are taking with you from this time together. And these words will just be our good words for us all as we go into have a little bit of break before we go into the next session. Autumn?
And we do have half an hour left if you wanted to share that Harmony breakfast video, but if not, then.
Well, I'm going to let people share their words, and then yes, we can, for those who want to stay on and see it, our little glimpse of the 2025 Harmony breakfast, we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, Autumn, if you want to go ahead and share that as people are putting their words in, that would be marvelous. Thank you.
And also Thanksgiving 2024, I can send that link right now. The one you mentioned with Interfaith Community Services, that success story.
Thank you so much, Autumn.
And now you will see the Harmony Breakfast 2025 highlights.
Harmony to all. Be well.
Okay, well, we wanted to say our words are sharing, love, and understanding.
Love that.
That's Yara.
Yeah, yes, it was.
I love you. I love you.
All right, Autumn, go ahead and share the video. Today, it might have gotten you here, but a lot of times you're just here because this is what you do. You would want to join, point on this first Wednesday at the Interfaith Harmony Week, and I appreciate that. But our theme today is the wondrous web of we. And so, and we cannot deeply explore this theme in our brief time together. And we're not going to even attempt that. This is just a taste of our connectedness to one another and to the world around us. But our intention is that, and our hope is that you will leave this place feeling a little more connected to other humans and to all of creation and everything that's here, that you just be a little more mindful of that. What we do affects others, and what they do affects us. Picture a spider's web. If you wish, you can take the little web ring that's on the table for you. Yes, there's one for everyone. They're small. I've got mine on my pinky, but they are adjustable. They are not heirloom. But picture that, and I did this. This is just a fun little thing to remind you of our time together, and that we are all connected. Yeah, some of you, it may be hard to even put it on, but maybe you can, use it as an earring. You can do a little clip-on earring there. John, I'm waiting for you to put it on as an earring. In a spider's web, there are many strands of silk that may appear to be single strands, the individual. Yet one cannot be moved without all of it feeling the vibration. This is true of our lives too. Chief Seattle, a leader of the Duwamish and Suquamish peoples, wisely said, "Humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. All things are bound together. All things connect."
So this song is called The Grizzly Bear and the Butterfly. I wrote this a little over 10 years ago during a time where I was going through a lot of changes. And I think when we think about how connected we are together, it's important to recognize each other's ability to change, especially when there are people that we may not agree with, people that we may have had differences with. It can be so important to be looking for the good in our neighbor. So that's a little bit about what this song is. So it's called The Grizzly Bear and the Butterfly. Saw a smiling grizzly bear. He sits right down for dinner with all the other creatures of the earth. Says, I'm sorry for what I've done. I know I've been a sinner. I finally reached the moment of rebirth.
There's the quote behind you, if you want to make sure I say it right. So this is a quote from Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. You have been my friend. That in itself is a tremendous thing. I wove my webs for you because I liked you. After all, what's a life anyway? We're born, we live a little while, we die. A spider's life can't help being something of a mess, with all this trapping and eating flies. By helping you, perhaps I was trying to lift up my life a trifle. Heaven knows anyone's life can stand a little of that.
But now you get to play with the yarn, as I promised, okay? So if one person at each little table grouping picks up the yarn, finds the end of it, we tried to make that easy. Okay, don't be shy. Someone just grab the ball of yarn. Okay? Okay. And in a moment, after I say go, you're going to hold on to that end of yarn and share a brief one sentence. You'll have 30 seconds each. Okay, this is just a taste. You'll have more time to share as we have breakfast and things. But just take, no more than 30 seconds, about a brief sentence, maybe two, about a time you experienced a human connection or act of friendship. Possibly it was unexpected, but it was deep and meaningful to you. So you're going to share a brief sentence about a time that you experienced an unexpected human connection or act of friendship. And then while the person who has the ball of yarn, after they share, they will hold on to the end of the yarn and pass it. You can pass it across if you want to make a nice web. If you want to pass it next to it, you can be a round web too. But you're going to pass it to someone else at your table. And as they have the ball of yarn, then they're going to share a time that they experienced an unexpected or deep human connection or act of friendship. And if you need reminders, it's on the screen back there because the screen isn't connected to us for some reason. Okay? All right.
Then the butterfly lands on his shoulder. She flutters her wings and says, I've known that you were good all along. You have to trust that with time they'll change their stubborn ways. They'll see us and they'll know they were wrong.
Thank you. And I appreciate you all staying on. We had been talking about staying in our time so much that I got hurried along. We have until 1:30. We've got plenty of time still. So I'd love you to. I know some are like, oh, did I have it wrong? No, Sherry had it wrong this time. And I misinterpreted one of the looks of one of my colleagues here. So anyhow, we have time to go into our breakout rooms just to share for a few minutes about this. And again, the camera angle is wrong. When it first started, you probably saw like the sports and the advertisements on the screen behind, because the restaurant that we've worked with for years, somehow their connections, their video connections didn't work with ours that year. Things happen, and yet good connections and fun and meaningful times are had. So I now will invite you into your breakout rooms just to share in the same way we have been sharing. Thank you so much. Okay. So anyone who's still in this room with me, you're welcome to do it. Or if you want to join the other room, you may. But yes, the Interfaith Harmony Breakfast is something we do each year. And so Carl, I know you're here locally, so maybe you can join us. It'll be the first Wednesday in February, whatever day that happens to be. But if you get our newsletter, hopefully you'll be able to be a part and do some of the things with us. So is there anything you'd like to share that's that little glimpse of our most recent breakfast?
Well, it was all very uplifting, and I appreciate the music and the spoken wisdom
Thank you.
and the idea of passing the ball of yarn.
Yes, we are all connected. And so, yeah, when I was thinking and it just came to me, the wonderful web of we was something I wanted to share with our community. And the Harmony Breakfast is one that we have our community members too. So it's not all, and they may have their faith and tradition, they may not, but we're our police chief and sheriff and education board and mayor and city council people are also come each year pretty frequently to that event. So it's a good way to connect with our wider community.
Do most of your people in the community live in the Poway area?
Yes, because it started in Poway. So most of them are, Poway, Rancho Bernardo, Rancho Penasquitos. But we were, there's also the Islamic Center that's in, Claremont Mesa is part of it. And a lot of folks in, Escondido area, which there's a local area in Escondido too, called Escondido Together. So we have people from North County as well as, Central San Diego. So that's why one of the reasons we started going to the name Point rather than just Poway Interfaith Team. So we took Point from Poway Interfaith and then a T from Team. I'll kind of put it out there. So the PO from Poway, IN from Interfaith, and the T for Team for Point, because it is broader than just Poway. But most of our in-person meetings are in the Poway area. That's the traditional, that's where the faith communities, original ones came from. But open to all. And unfortunately, a lot of our other interfaith groups throughout San Diego County are no longer meeting at all or regularly. So we're happy to have a home and welcome anyone who wants to join. What area do you live, Carl?
Pacific Beach.
Okay. There was, and I know people who were part of it, but they're be happy if you want to email me. I have some folks that I know that used to be part. They used to have a interfaith group in Pacific Beach. A colleague of mine, Reverend Brian Daly at the Pacific Beach Christian Church, was part of that, along with some other folks. So that would be more of a hyper local group for you if they're still meeting. Not that you're always welcome to us too, but
sure.
I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration.
I also don't drive.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and our meetings are always online, even if we're in person, they're hybrid. So
yes,
you could join us, remotely. I prefer the word remotely, even those who join us later on this recording. It's remote. You're not virtual, you're real, right, Carl? You're a real person joining us real, so it's remotely, it's not virtually. We've gotten into that habit through the pandemic, talking it virtual, but this is really happening right now. We're not virtual, it's really happening, right?
There's such a wider audience when it's available remotely.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can use the word virtually. It's just kind of pet peeve of mine. Former English teacher, so I think all right. So I think we can close the groups now and invite them back in.
How many breakout groups are there?
What was that?
How many breakout groups do you have?
Just 4. We don't have a whole lot of folks with us live right now. So that's that's okay. That's the power of recording and the internet. People can join us all kinds of ways. As you know, since you're not driving, you're there and you can join us. And I'm so glad you heard about this event today from the Union Tribune, Carl. Vanessa's back with us. We're asking about Vanessa's up in North County, so we're from all over. Deborah's actually in Oregon now, so yeah. Okay.
We're back.
We're all back together. And if you have any other words you'd like to share with us, please do. But I, hope that you do just want, realize and be reminded that we are all connected. The web that we are together is wonderful. So thank you for joining Point Interfaith Team. We took point from the PO in Poway, the I from Interfaith, and T from Team to say point, because even though it started in Poway and most of our faith organizations are still located there, we do expand throughout San Diego County area and beyond, thanks to these remote connections. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful for each of you being here. Go in peace, go in love.
You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and our website, powayinterfaithteam.com.
And I'll just say one word. This was the first of 40 presentations. So we hope you'll be with us as much as you can over the next 7 days. God bless.
I'll put the link in the chat to find the entire offerings for the whole week.
Yep, I just put the menu in there.
Okay. Right. Be well, everyone.
You can get some virtual food by this link.
The Win Cafe, right?
The Win Cafe.
All right. Thank you all. It's beautiful to see you all. Hope to see you throughout the week at other events today and throughout the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Facebook. I don't know, I don't think it's like that, but